Hello and welcome to another episode of Binding Roll, where we play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons in the world of the 9th Age. If you are unfamiliar with the 9th Age, it is a tabletop rank and flank war game that I play all the time, that this YouTube channel is dedicated to. If you're interested in that, please click the link in the description below. It'll take you directly to the website. It is a community built game, so all of the rules are free. Jump on there, figure it out. I love it very much. But today, or this evening, we are not playing 9th Age. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. So let's jump right into it with our intro video.
No one in this world can you trust. Not men, not women, not beasts. This you can trust.
Well, hello, players. It's been a few weeks. We are back for episode 16. Oh, and look who's already in the chat. Wow, that was right. Warrior Womp is back. Our #1 fan. Excited to see you. But we're back. It's been a couple weeks. I say let's just jump into it. Guess what? We have something to talk about. We have an option for if someone wants to level up today. Sam, ever since you discussed what was his name? Von Crumpet? Von Strudel. Von Strudel. The essence of a man that has been bound to alcohol, and you consumed him, and you must maintain your level of drunkenness to maintain him, has been whispering sweet nothings, sweet dark nothings into your ear ever since you kind of made this agreement with him. And all these words he's saying to you have been mysterious and dark, and you can tell are
creepy.
Creepy is a better word. You have the option to right now level up, just use Sam, but it has to multi-class into wizard with a speciality in necromancy.
Velcro, great.
You get drinking buddies at all times.
Yeah, dude, so many drinking buddies.
I'm gonna reanimate one of my dead brothers.
No, yeah.
Which one? Are there a bunch of them?
I've got options.
There's nothing that says you can't do all of them.
That's true.
I think
That's true.
I think there's a one of the spells. If you do it right, you can have like 4 zombies just constantly going. It might even be more. No, I think it's like 12, because I think you can do 4 to
12.
Yeah.
At what level?
It's ridiculous. Pretty early on, actually.
Well, anyway, while Sam thinks about that, let's go to our good old favorite, what you drinking tonight. As you guys can see, my background's different. I'm actually in San Diego right now in my parents' house, visiting my folks, and I realized I needed a beer for tonight, so I started scrounging through the back of their fridge. My parents don't really drink anymore, and I found this guy. Let's Go IPA. This might have expired about a year ago, but I'm gonna drink it. It's from Fall Brewing Company. Hey, let's give it a shot.
Is that supposed to be the Ramones on the can?
Maybe, I don't know. There's a little monkey on there. There's like a kind of an Elvis guy. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I saw it different.
All right, Erky, what are you drinking? Brandy. Ooh, classing it up. Sunset, what are you drinking?
Well, last time I had the Einstock Icelandic White Ale. Today I've got their Toasted Porter.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's tasty.
It is
I love
a tasty
beer, so.
Me too. I've been, I used to love dark beer, and I've been like laying off of it recently, and I'm like, what am I doing? Because it used to like give me a really bad hangover when I have a really dark beer, but Who am I kidding? I'm getting a hangover no matter what. But Load, what are you drinking?
So I am back with the kilt lifter.
Okay.
Scottish style ale. Let's get that sweet sound effect here. There we go.
It's so satisfying.
Also, like to give a shout out to my boy Ash, who's in the Twitch chat. How you doing, Ash? Glad to have you with us.
Oh, Ash in the Twitch chat. I think the chat window I'm looking at is like it's consolidated YouTube and Twitch, so if he messages, I hope I'll see it
in the chat.
Anyway, lastly, Sam. Oh, there he goes. He just said, "Hey, Rob." Sam, what you drinking, and what do you think about your opportunity to multi-class into Wizard Necromancy?
Well, I'm drinking this Fort George Meadow still. Got a bunch of these still. Good stuff. I am intrigued. I am, Sam's been consumed by darkness. He's seen a lot of death. He's listless on the wind. His family's dropping like flies. Maybe a little necromancy wouldn't be a bad thing to raise his spirits.
I like
Literally.
it. I like it.
Ba-doom.
Hey. Remember also you received the vision from von Streusel of your brother Ham. Ham was your first brother who died in battle with you. Ham Sandwich, that he is in the Vale. But
Yeah.
okay, so you can automatically have that right now. It might be a lot to process right off the bat, but you can do anything a level 1 wizard can do starting now.
I had to do it. You can do it too.
All right. Going for it.
So, quick
It's a
recap.
new day.
Our 4
Skip
adventures.
Sunset.
Did I? Sunset?
No,
Okay, I was just not paying attention. Never mind.
the porter.
Right,
Porter.
Yeah,
Porter.
toasted.
So, quick recap. Our 4 adventurers have jumped on a ship and joined a Equitanian crusade to the continent of Varentia to save the Duchess, who was spirited away from Equitane by a warrior of the Dark God, or that's what the thought is. They ran into adventures in the ocean. They shipwrecked on a beach, ran into a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex with a monster riding it. Their party was scattered to the winds. They went north. They ran into a slave-owning plantation. They took care of that guy. Then they continued north to Aqua Dulce, where they witnessed a giant turtle rampaging through the city. And since then, they spoke in Aqua Dulce. They let the turtle rampage through. Sunset talked to her quasi-mentor, quasi-mother figure. Then you guys went to the casino. Sam had the experience with his alcohol, undead alcohol man in his brain. And that's about it, if I remember everything. Oh, and then on your way out of the city, you immediately ran into, if I can remember this dude's name, Silnorin, the assassin that was sent after Sunset by her biological mother. And he claimed that Celestia is a manipulative, bad mother figure, and that she will betray Sunset as she has betrayed Silnorian. So that's where we are. You guys are exiting the city. Literally sitting on a low tree branch is this individual, Silnorian. He is sitting still shirtless, still covered in curling, Art Nouveau, naturalistic looking tattoos all over his upper body and his arms. Sitting there looking at you, looking at all of you. What do y'all want to do?
Hold, please.
We're getting over the same int deficit that Load had to deal with.
This is not the smartest bunch. You can't give us high intelligence classes like Sheridan roll like intelligence 9.
Maybe get the
I guess
Free
mine was
boost.
whiz. But,
or I mean,
Where is that override? Is there settings?
Yeah, so
Oh,
if you go
yeah.
to edit your, so I just posted a picture, but if you go to edit your character and click on home, about midway down that page, there's a toggle for multi-class requirements. If you turn that off, you'll be able to select any class regardless of your stats.
Thank you, sir.
does that mean you're gonna have a negative spellcasting modifier?
It's true. He just might.
He probably will. Yeah.
I mean, it's appropriate, so why not?
sure. I think that's fair, right? It's just like
I
it's harder to do.
great.
It's a bit of a trick. You still got your cantrips.
You're drunk. Magic is
yeah,
hard when you're drunk.
Exactly. I like the idea that because he's perpetually drunk, he can't cast spells. It's great. It's such good flavor.
I'm trying to like throw curveballs at you with these like forced multi-classing level up, like extra level ups. I'm wondering if all of you can. I think you're all gonna accept it just for the fun of it, but I want to give you the most odd situation I can.
How can I make the most broken build? Just because, like, that's what you do when given these ingredients.
So, and also, actually, last session I mentioned I had not made a map of Aqua Dulce, but now I have. So let's see here. So also, I am again at my parents' house. I don't have my full setup here, so I don't have my extra computer, which I use to like be the cameraman computer here. So you're looking at my as the DM screen. So there's gonna be no Fog of War in this edition. We're gonna have to work around that, but just so you know. Let's see here. Yeah, it shouldn't hamper the game, but so here's
yes,
Aqua Dulce.
Do you want to? I'm not seeing it on my end.
Oh shoot! I did something stupid, and now you should.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
No fog war plus 100% fog war.
All right.
Well,
Let's.
I mean, I can barely discern what's going on through Discord because it's tiny and
Yeah,
like
true.
A city.
it looks like a city,
water
yeah,
that
but like
runs through it.
at least on my end, I can discern streets and buildings.
I'm going to mark out on the map here where the Dead Man's Casino is. It's actually right here. This whole building here is the Dead Man's Casino.
Okay.
You guys are way over here at the Inn of the Salty Spray, if I remember correctly, which is right here. The other inn that you saw the other Equitanian warriors come out, I believe I called it the Lizard's Belly. It's a little bit larger, but a little more run down, and that is right here. And then lastly, I want to just quickly draw out the path the giant turtle took through the city.
Oh, that's important.
And I'm gonna just briefly kind of like... This is all the destruction there. And down to the far south. And down to the far south is the bridge you came in on, which was right here. And actually, I didn't mention it when you went across. That bridge is called what did I call it? The Scaled Bridge, like the scales of a lizard. And that's because on the bridge are numerous tanned hides on the side of the bridge, but they're from reptiles.
Oh. That's gruesome.
Like,
Well, I mean,
like
depends on who you look
domesticated
at.
reptiles or like sentient lizardmen?
These are big enough where they're either sentient lizards or they're large or monsters. They're
How
big
did
hides.
Bob do with all that? I mean, obviously he made it over.
He's used to it. He's been here before, and I'm pretty sure it haunts him. But he is.
I mean,
This
he
is
seems
somewhere
like a
he's been
pretty
before.
chill dude.
Yeah.
Like,
He's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to I need to self-medicate, man. I just don't feel good. I just need something to take the edge off, bro.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Share with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I'm sure one hit for him goes a long way amongst humans.
Yeah, true.
Well, it's also possible that what works for him wouldn't work for any of us. I mean, just look at catnip, right? It does wonders for cats, but
I don't know.
It's true.
Have you tried? Have you tried catnip? Does it,
well, so
Maybe it doesn't.
it's in the same family as mint. So does mint do anything for you?
Mint
All
does
matter
a
of
lot
skin.
for me. It's very
Okay, let's
flavorful.
get back on track here.
All right. Load, you can definitely ask Bob those questions if you like, but the situation we're in right now, this information has been thrown at you by Silnorian, specifically looking at Sunset.
Trying to remember what I said to him at the end of the last session.
Something ominous and
'Cause
yeah.
Yeah, I left him with a quip right before we ended, and I don't remember what it was.
Well, go where you want now. I can't remember what it is either. So
I'm gonna go look it up because it was great, and I want to make sure that I am in the same mindset.
Worth
So,
repeating,
boys-
not worth writing down.
Yes.
all right. So the rest of you, do you guys want to react to it?
boat.
I'm gonna let Sunset lead the way on this one.
Yeah, I'm not being attacked. Yep.
Erky.
Okay, so my reaction, I'll deploy the boom cannon because it's not. I mean, I could do it behind me, right? So it's not explicitly offensive, but it's ready to go on a whim. So why not? It's good for an hour. Only takes a slot.
All right. Give me an
Why not?
intimidation. Give me an intimidation check.
What? I'm not trying to intimidate anyone.
I know, but it's slightly intimidating, isn't it?
Using an action. All right.
Let's see
sure.
here.
A 9. I mean, that could be intimidating to some people.
Yeah, so you deploy your boom tube. You see Silnorian actually look at it, but he has a nonchalant response to it.
Oh, okay. I got what I said last time.
Okay.
So it was that's a bold statement from somebody when within fireball range.
Ah.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's the mindset everybody should be in going into this. I heard something about a boom tube being deployed, so it sounds like you're already there.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
what? No, yeah,
It's
it's fine.
Erky has deployed the boom tube, but Silnorian doesn't care that much.
Not yet.
So it's up to you, Sunset. What do you want to say to Silnorian?
I think I've already said all I want to say. Can I just stare at him menacingly? I kind of want to just wait and see, what he does. I don't really want to get into a fight with him here in the middle of the city or wherever we actually are. I don't remember if we're near the edge or.
You guys are
where.
just outside the city, back across the bridge to the south.
Got it. Okay. So.
And I believe you were
don't really
heading.
want to get in the.
I believe you were heading back to Robert E. Lee's plantation. But anyway,
Sounds right, but I don't remember why.
Nor I.
as
Should we
as
just start following the turtle instead?
you could. As you're sitting there, staring menacingly at Silnorian, he continues to look off at the distance at the city skyline, and eventually he says, "Sunset, I've been following you for a long time. I I believe I know. I believe
noticed.
I believe I know your motives and your thoughts towards Celestia more than anyone else in your party. I too looked up to Celestia as a guide and a matriarch. But she let me down. She shunned me away when I was unable to kill you. She sent me out. She sent me away, banished me from her court when I was unable to do this. It might seem like she loves you. It might seem like she is your mother, but she's not. I come here because I wish to tell you I'm no longer hunting you. I'm no longer on the job. And in fact, I came here because I want to help you now.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Does he appear to be telling the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's 18. It's not bad.
18. Ooh. Okay.
Nice.
You know, also since I'm at my parents' place right now, I forgot to pack all of my dice, so I'm gonna be doing online dice for right now. Let's see.
Hey, we can have it.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to roll in D&D Beyond and hide it from everybody.
I'm on a separate web browser. I've already got like some random website with the dice roller on it. So don't worry, guys. I'm hiding it from you. Okay, let's see here. As he's saying this, he's staring off the city. He's not making eye contact with you. He is also, him, the bounty hunters, the warriors of the woods in the Sylvan Forest are incredibly crafty and deceptive. You know this coming from the Sylvan Forest. But from what you saw him say, you think he is genuine.
Hmm. Now the question is, do I want to believe it?
That's the better question, in my opinion.
Yes.
As you're having a stare off with Silnorian, Sam, there's a voice in the back of your head. It says, "When was the last time you had a sip, Sam?"
Oh,
things are getting a little.
Reminder. I almost forgot. Reach into my pack and pull out a cask of something. Start chugging it down.
The three of you realize this because Sam chugging down beer makes noise, and you hear the voice in the back of your head again. Says, yes, good. Remember, Sam, your brother is here with me in the Vale.
In the whale.
In the whale.
Vale, yeah.
in the whale.
In the Vale, Sam.
Thanks, buddy.
It's. Ugh, never mind.
Can you say hi for me just to make sure he's good?
Yes, I will. I will watch over him and protect him.
Thanks, Von Streusel.
You're welcome, Sam. Okay, Sunset, back to you.
The first thought that comes to my mind is like, well, what evidence can he offer to prove his story?
Do you want to ask him that?
He sounds sincere enough. Yeah. Like he sounds sincere enough. you know, I guess so. The specific way I'll say it is like, you sound sincere enough, but what evidence can you give me to back up your?
With this Silnorian sighs, and now he turns and makes eye contact with you, and he says, "There is no way I can prove this to you. The only one who can prove it is Celestia herself. The only thing I have to prove to you my good intentions is me being here, and you'll have to trust me."
Remind me, how many times has he tried to kill us? Or me specifically? 3 times? 4 times?
Just twice? Yeah, once in the Dur district, and then once in the when he killed Kalen.
Wasn't he also on the ship? Didn't he also? Yeah, he was on the ship.
I don't remember. Yeah, maybe.
Sure
Let's say 3. Let's say he was. Let's say he was.
Should we go back and talk to her again? Like, I mean, she is relatively right over there.
Oh, this song is not good. Hold on.
Or do we just take him along so that we can keep an eye on him and kill him out in the jungle?
Are you volunteering?
I mean, I one, it's your problem mostly, and 2, I was kind of thinking it would be like a collective effort.
Are you saying this is right in front of his face?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm right here.
Volunteering to like keep an eye on him.
I give
like,
about
not,
as many
not
fucks
to kill
about
him.
what he thinks
But,
as he does about the boom tube.
so I
all except for the kill him in the jungle part. That was just me kidding.
All right, hold on. Give me 1 second here. Okay, yeah. With that, he says, "Sunset, it seems you are unable to see through clouded eyes. I hope to see you again. I might check in a later date. But truly, Sunset, I wish you the best. I wish you to be free from these bindings." And with that, he turns, snaps his finger, and the invisible door opens up, and through the door you can see the veil, the mists and turns and blue waviness of the veil, and he steps backwards through it, looking through the door, looks at Sunset, winks, and then it closes. And with that, you are alone on the hillside overlooking
I
Agua Dulce.
still need the material components to be able to do that.
Yes, you do. The mushrooms grown on the top of a noble grave.
Yep. Now, so what I have written down, mushroom grown on the grave of a member of a royal family.
Yeah, same.
So, okay. I just wanted to make sure, because a noble grave could mean like a noble warrior or like a noble like.
Okay, my intention definitely was. So there is some gray area here, but this is gray area for you to interpret. Noble, meaning royalty, meaning a ruling class.
Right.
Now,
yeah.
how you interpret that in certain societies is up to you.
Right. I mean, my first thought after finding out that that's what I needed for this was like, well, now we got to go back and raid the crypt under Cantamont for mushrooms.
Yeah.
that was my first thought. Like, well, turn this boat around.
Actually, you know what? Since we're doing this, give me a nature check.
We also don't have a boat
Well, no, but I found this out while we were still on the boat, and
Good point.
I was gonna say we need to turn this boat around, go back so I can raid the crypt.
Interject. I'll give you a flash of insight bonus. So I'll give you a +5 to that.
Oh, good. So that'll be an 8.
That's
With the
with
plus
the
five.
that's with the +5.
I rolled a 3. I have +0 to nature.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Die in the wilderness.
You
Yeah.
have
Eat all the berries and see what happens.
you have never seen these mushrooms before. You understand they don't grow on every grave. You do not know where specifically, like, where they're grown. Like, are they grown in caves? Are they grown in forests? Are they grown on mountainsides? You don't know.
I'm assuming I don't even know that mushrooms typically grow in damp, dark places.
Well, you know, that's our world where we're talking about the Ninth Age. These mushrooms
Well,
can grow
right.
anywhere.
And these are
They're
you know magical
magic
components. So
They are magic mushrooms, so don't worry about it.
So it's only a certain
Oh.
variety of mushroom that grows on top of the grave. So if there's like 5 different varieties on like top of the grave, only one of them works with all of them. Just,
Unclear. We'll just have to harvest them all and find out.
It's unclear at this point.
Is-
Yeah.
Are there consequences for using the wrong mushroom in the spell?
Maybe not
You-
in the spell.
Can there be?
Maybe you rolled low enough that you don't know if there are consequences.
Wow.
I mean,
fantastic.
there are always consequences for eating the wrong mushroom.
It said nothing about eating them, although
'Cause
it
if
wouldn't
you-
surprise me.
If
to
you roll
transport
poorly
to-
enough, I'm gonna give you a bad trip.
I welcome it.
You already shipwrecked us. How much worse could it be?
All right, so you guys, I assuming you're still aiming at seeking out Marguerite, who you last saw on the beach.
Yes. That's why we were going
That's
that
why we're
direction.
going there.
You last saw her
Watch
on
that out.
the beach with the Alpha Carnosaur. She ran into the jungle.
Fine. We'll
Just
go back.
Your love
kinda
is a
need her.
beacon, Lode. Your love is a beacon that will draw her to you.
Does that mean we can just stay where we're at?
No, I'm joking. But yeah, with you still have Bob.
Yeah,
Helga made her own way into the city. She said her goodbyes. She said thank you for the rescue, but she is going to stay in Agua Dulce. She does not want to go back to Robert E. Lee's plantation. With you in the city was also Cleet. Kind of your decision if you want to ask him to go or not.
I think it would be prudent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring him along.
Cleats a pro.
He and I can talk about druid stuff now.
What do you want to say to him?
Maybe
Come on,
he
let's
can throw some
role
teach
play
me,
this.
Cleet.
You actually what's the druidic language? I guess it's
just
just druidic.
yeah.
It's just druidic.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
you can
druidic.
literally speak to him in druidic now.
Woo! Yeah, you do know. You do all of a sudden. Bob has taught you the basics of the Druidic language, and you know it now.
I assume that's how they're communicating is through druidic.
That's a better way to think about it. Yeah, instead of constantly being talking with animals, speak with animals, you now know Druidic, and Bob speaks Druidic.
Dope.
I love that Cleat is now your mentor.
I know. How the fuck did that happen? But I'm so fucked. Cleet. And I'm speaking common, by the way.
Okay.
Cleet, will you teach me about druid stuff? I'm new to this. This is my first day.
Oh, my Lode, my friend. You want me to teach you to share? Oh, I'm so happy. This is I've never been this happy before. I would love to teach you all that I have learned because I love sharing knowledge with my friends. So the first thing I want to say is, like, I love being in the swamp. The swamp is great. The jungle's also good, but I
changed my mind.
but
let's go for short, specific lessons.
With
You write them down on a piece of paper for me later.
with a quick nod and a contemplative thought, he says, "Okay, friend, I'll just chime in when we need to talk." Because I'll just leave it at this, Load, my friend. I know all about the jungle, all the animals, all the plants, all about the where to go in the jungle, who lives in the jungle. I know about all that.
I assume we continue walking, and Cleta's just behind me, kind of rambling the whole time.
Okay. It's like, and then, and he's like, as you're walking, he just kind of, he forgets that he needs to keep his mouth shut, and he starts rambling into more and more obscure topics, like, oh man, the bark on this one tree, it turns black in the wintertime, and then there's this one dung beetle that burrows into the bark and just keeps going on and on and on and on.
What have I done?
What's your... Or have you chosen a favorite terrain or whatever, the druidic? You get bonuses when you're in...
No, that's at second level.
Second level?
Second druid level. Just a baby druid so far.
Okay.
Getting my sea legs.
What?
You don't get those until like level 7?
Yeah, unless I pick the moon circle, and then it's a little earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other thing. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second. This is for Erky. Remember you picked up the shotgun in Robert E. Lee's...
Shotgun axe?
The shot.
From the infernal dwarves we killed.
So, in combat... No, it was a blunderbuss. In combat, it does nothing. It's just a shooting weapon. But let me get that. As you guys decide what you'd like to do at this point, I will get that stat block for you.
I want to use out of character knowledge to make a skill check. That's what I want to do.
What are you skill checking?
I want to roll Arcana to see if I can detect that Sam's now a wizard.
Okay.
Mm.
But
The calm embrace of death.
Give me an Arcana check, yeah. I think that's fair enough. That is fair enough.
All right.
He wakes up.
I'll bet the life beyond this one is so peaceful. Just...
Okay. I rolled a 9. So...
No, you don't
Have
notice.
you guys
anything.
ever died
never
before?
Do you ever think about dying?
What happened?
We know you're under a lot of stress. You've lost a lot of family members over the past couple months. It's gonna be okay.
Do you think they're okay?
You just gotta keep it together, buddy.
What if there's a world beyond this one where the dead go?
Oh man,
You want to go
that's-
there?
Hey, hold on.
That's
hold
so
on. Quick
deep.
question,
That's so
quick
deep.
question. How much do I know about the Veil?
You know a good amount.
Okay, so
Seen
I
it.
could reasonably say, like, yeah, that's the Veil. You've seen it every time asshole opens up a portal.
Yeah, you can say that for sure.
Like, hell, if I
don't
find the
know.
right mushrooms, we can go there.
All right.
It's filled with
So why don't we
whales.
go there now?
Filled with whales.
I don't have the mushrooms.
All right, Urki, you ready for the shotgun? You ready for the shotgun stats?
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna read it out to you. I haven't made it in D&D Beyond, but if you have the time, you could do that also. So, it's a ranged weapon. Damage is 3d10.
Okay.
It is a 10-pound item. It's ammunition, firearms. It's a range of 10/20. So it's very short range. It's got reload and two-handed.
Okay.
Since it's a shotgun or blunderbuss, is it multi-target?
You know what? That's a good point. I would say yes.
Oh,
So-
well, that
Cone?
Yeah, cone,
That would fit.
max of 10 feet, I'd say. The lesser range, 10 feet.
sure.
So we are continuing towards the farm.
Continuing to the farm. Let's see here. Let me just roll. Okay, you successfully make it to the farm. As you're approaching, I need everyone to take a perception check.
Dirty 20?
Oh, is this working?
21.
There we go. 21. Okay, as you're approaching, you are roughly 200 yards away, and you start to hear a drum beat. A deep, rhythmic drum beat coming from the center of the plantation.
Sounds like a party.
Can I quickly rewrite my character to use some of the new Unearthed Arcana rules?
No.
Damn.
Sounds like somebody's getting down.
That would help in this situation just a little bit.
Yeah, you're definitely far enough away, and you're facing the back of the main house. So the main house is obscuring your view of the center kind of courtyard that you saw before, that you were at
mean
before.
The torched ruins of the main house.
Oh my God, you blew it up. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still
Well,
the
specifically Sunset did, but
the frame is still standing. The charred, burned frame. So yeah, you can.
I mean that was yesterday, so it could probably be like even still smoldering if you.
Yeah, it's still smoldering. There's smoke. There's smoke still coming up from the embers on the floor. You can't see the center courtyard.
I gotta use an action to bring up the boom tube and have it sit on top of Bob. It'll be like a tank.
Oh.
Fucking amazing. I'm so into it.
Bravo. Bravo.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's
Sam,
see.
will you sneak over there and see what's going on, and then come back before doing anything?
I can go load, but I don't know if I'll come back. Death beckons.
You're kind of turning into a bummer, man.
Am I?
Can you do it?
Am I a bummer load? Or is this world a bummer?
Wow.
I mean, you're not wrong,
Sam
but-
turned into one of those like morbid drunks, you know, like.
It's getting weird.
Goodbye, load. See you on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I start stealthing around the camp, see what I can see.
All right, give me un stealth check.
Looks like an 18.
18. I see a 10. Oh, but
He rolled
the
a 2 and he can't roll a 2.
Yeah, he
Freaking-
can roll a 10.
All my minimum's 10 plus 8.
I thought, is it sleight of hand then that you've got the double? I thought you had
Plus 8 kind of sounds like double proficiency to me.
I got plus 12 on sleight of hand, but I have proficiency in bow.
that. Okay, that's.
So I have a minimum 10
That's what I was.
plus 8 still.
So as you stealth toward the back of the house, you make your way through the glade that that was behind the back of the house, the Sylvan Elf glade with the Dryad. You see that a few of the trees in this glade have been cut down. You can see they're clear cut, and you actually see the Dryad still there, tending to the other trees. As you sneak past him, you come around the side of the main house, and in the center of the courtyard where that well was, you see a number of figures surrounding the well. And they are all tall, muscular, green-skinned orcs.
Oh, light them up.
In fact, these orcs are the same. Actually, you don't. Yeah, you. Some of them are wearing scraps. Some of them are wearing scraps. No, actually, no, they're not wearing those coats. Some of them are wearing like those blue velvet and white frilled cloaks that are coats that they were wearing before. Have been tied around like their waists and their between their legs to like form diapers. Just like to form like the loincloth.
Like a loincloth.
Yeah. And that's basically all they're wearing. They're basically like huge, and they're like shirtless, and they're huge. They're drumming to the beat, and they're dancing around the well.
Oh. Huh. Well, let's go say hi. They should be friendly. We freed them from their enslavement, so okay. Let's join the party.
This is assuming Sam comes back. He did say he might not.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Never see Sam
cast
again.
a.
Roll up character number 3.
I'm gonna cast a minor illusion of a nondescript gnome at the edge of their drum circle.
A nondescript gnome. Are you basing it off of Urki?
Nondescript.
Nondescript.
I'm just gonna see what their reaction is from the illusion I cast.
It's a gnome in form, but not function.
Tell me a little bit more about the illusion. Is it just a gnome standing there? Does it appear? Does it like fade in? Is there a laser show? Like what?
It just kind of like wanders out of the underbrush and stands with them at their drum circle. And it's also wearing a loincloth. And it's holding a little stick.
Hey guys,
It's beating it on the ground, trying to like keep time with the orcs.
let's party.
And maybe it like took some green leaves and like smeared it on its face to look kind of like an orc.
Okay, let me think about this.
They are duly insulted and attacked.
How long does minor illusion last for?
Mm, 1 minute.
1 minute. Cast for 30 feet from my location.
With that, the orcs see, like, they notice the gnome right when it's next to them, and they all, start and like, jump up with surprise and surround the gnome. And you hear like in deep, like, orc voice, you hear like, "What you doing here?"
I would like to point out that a creature can use its action to examine the image to determine if it's an illusion.
I'm sure
There's
they
also an intelligence check against his spell save DC.
Okay.
Oh, that's a coin flip.
What's your?
I don't know. My DC is 11, so I don't know if they can detect anything.
And what save is this?
It's
Intelligence.
well, it's a raw intelligence check.
Oh, okay,
Investigation, if they have it.
Investigation. So.
Oh, yeah. If they have investigation, they can get that modifier.
I am quite a powerful wizard, so I'm assuming that it should be pretty convincing.
With this, the orc that's the closest to the image steps up to it and like just waves his hand through the image, like, whoosh, and it kind of twirls around like smoke. He's like, gnome wizard close.
Good thing Sam's not a gnome.
I'll never expect it.
Nobody expects the Gnomish Inquisition.
And with that, the leader kind of grunts and points in 3 different directions. He points once to the main house where you are, Sam. He points once to the barracks and once to like the house where the other dread elves were staying, kind of like nicer place. And with that, 2 orcs go towards each of those locations.
Well, time to go home.
Where is home?
That's a good question.
The great beyond, obviously.
I got a critical success. Can I just like stealth right between the 2 orcs that came in the house and go out the front door?
Oh man, you should have declared what you were trying to do before you rolled that. But are you trying to go towards them or back away from them?
I'm just gonna go right into him.
Right. Somehow,
Head to them.
I guess I do get to do a perception, a contrasting perception check. But they fail. You basically like jump onto one of the pillars of the burned down house that's kind of crooked on its side, vault off of that, like over their heads, like doing like a slow-mo. The camera's looking up at the chins of orcs, and you're doing like a backflip over them in slow motion, and you land directly behind them in foliage that's closer to the well. And you hear the orcs, you hear the 2 orcs that are like heading towards you. They like stop for a second. He says, and they say, one says, you hear something? The other one says, no, you stupid, keep moving. And they say, okay, and then they start moving again.
Should we go check on Sam or something? It's been a minute.
Well, I assume we hear the drumming stop, right?
As I sneak by, I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire on their drum.
Woo!
What?
Create bonfire?
Can't sleep with that shit going.
So the drum beat never stopped. There was basically one guy on the big drum doing it, but he's still going. As you do this, as he strikes down onto the drum, boom, 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 and it just turns into a campfire that he then instinctually just hits with the next drum beat, and then that campfire just like explodes on the drum because he just hit it with a stick. And he lets out a big "Rawr!" and everyone turns around again, and they look back at the drum beat, and the 6 orcs that had been sent away all heard this and turned back and look in the center again. And the one that was leading them says, gnome magic everywhere. We are outmatched.
That was easy.
All right.
Good running high.
I'm gonna try to move back to the group real quick, but not before I cast another illusion of a gnome towards the back of where the house is, in the opposite direction I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
This is some creepy ass shit. I just gotta say. Like,
Getting very weird.
Give me a stealth check.
.4.
That's a 16, yeah. Again, the gnome shows up again. Do you want the gnome to say anything?
He just turns around and like slaps his ass.
The one orc sees the gnome image. He says, "Look, gnome wizard there, gnome wizard there," and all of them turn. They don't charge, but they're like hesitant and scared. But at this time, you make it back to the group.
So just quick note on the bonfire. Was the drum and the orc playing it in the same square, the same 5-foot square?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he would actually have needed to make a DC 11 Dex saving throw or take 1d8 fire damage.
DC 11.
Chooses not to dodge. He just takes it like a man.
He passes. It goes in. It still blows up in his face, but he's an orc and he just shrugs it off.
Here's a question. So it says the spell's damage increases by 1d8 when you reach 5th, and then another one by 11th. Is that 11th level as a wizard, or is that 11th level in general?
Nope, that's your
As a-
general level.
Yeah, general level.
You can
It'll be
see the
3d8.
effect damage, or you can see the effect. It's 3d8
Okay.
damage.
Just want to make sure.
Hot
So-
damn.
Yeah, spells are cool like that. You don't actually have to have those.
Sam, what did you do?
I didn't do a thing, man. Like, there was this weird ass gnome running around in that camp over there, and I don't know what it's up to, but it's kind of a trip. Good news is the orcs.
Okay,
don't
I
seem
want to
very
insight
hostile.
that. I want to insight that.
Then
Like, I
give-
know
do
this
the
is a little
I
OOC.
think we're all just looking
But-
at him.
Sam, give me a persuasion check, and then the rest of you do counter intelligence
Insight.
checks. Insight. Sorry.
Counterintelligence check. That would be cool.
Oh, Sam just rolled a 20.
Oh, well.
Best of luck.
Okay, so there's orcs and a gnome over there. Got it. Good recon
Imagine
there.
gnome.
I rolled a 15, so yeah, I mean.
Gnome wizard, I believe.
Okay. Okay, he specifically called it a gnome wizard. I want to roll another Arcana check to detect.
Or a nizzard, I believe they're known as.
A nizzard. The evil nizzard.
Spelled with a G.
Yeah,
Yeah,
GN.
I think they're fairly common in the
G-
jungles. Might ask Cleet, he would know more about this.
We got to be careful with that word. It's not our word.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
All right, so lots happening here.
He just looks at you. What?
What?
It wasn't worth it.
Urki, you know that.
Mhm.
I don't know. You know that. First of all, you know that nizzard is not a common term, and you are not quite sure. Yeah, that's basically what you know. You guys are convinced that there's a gnome wizard among the orcs.
Cool. Let's go meet him.
Oh, you know what?
Well,
So yeah, when we all walk in the open, it's like, oh, let's go find this gnome wizard.
and you hear Cleet say from the back behind you, Oh man, I've always wanted to have a gnome wizard friend.
Yeah, Clee, come join me. Let's go find a new friend.
Let's
New
go.
Gnome wizard friend.
Let's go.
Let's
I
do
love
this.
friends, especially gnomes. Gnomes are really small and they're very pale, but they're just like goblins. They're nice. But yeah, I think we should go. All the big orcs are just fine.
Is he offended by that?
Yeah, he's doing it in a cheerful manner, right? He's ignorant, but not abrasive.
Not in an offensive way. Just
Not in an offensive way.
regular old ignorant.
Yeah, just like it's fine.
So how do you
It's not
want to
my
go?
first time hanging out with him.
How do you want to go about this?
Well, we'll go grab go them, and we'll head towards the well or whatever the bonfire. We're right next to each other, right? The fire and the well.
All right, so Erky, you head out there with Cleet. And as you're turning the corner of the Great House, Cleet casts Form Water around you. And basically gives you like water wings, like water angel wings. And you hear Cleet say, "Don't worry. This is a sign of friendship in the jungle. Only friends. I did this for you because you're my friend." And as you do this, as you turn the corner, the orcs, all of them turn around and just stare at you blankly. You can and the drums stop, and you hear there's like a needle drop in the background, like ding 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 ding.
Record scratch.
Yeah,
You can
right.
see. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Do you want to react, Erky?
Yeah. What are we celebrating tonight? You got any food? I'm hungry. It's been a long day.
Okay, here we go. Okay, this is gonna require a check here.
Is this check about whether or not they recognize Erky?
A few things.
Recognize Erky. Realize that the illusion that Sam cast is a different gnome from Erky. All or none of the above.
A moment. You say this, Erky, and a moment passes, and then another moment, and then eventually, the big orc, pushes his way through the group and walks up towards you, and he says, "Gnome wizard from before, gnome wizard from when we were freed. Gnome wizard is strong with magic. We the Sharptooth clan, will follow Gnome wizard."
We
Hey.
right. We got some
All
people to
right.
beat up.
Erky just got
Lackeys.
Bunch of lackeys.
yeah.
Cool. All
An
right.
entourage.
What?
That's what I was looking for.
We will celebrate your, I guess your fealty with, or following. I'll bring out the alchemy jug, and go grab your mugs. We'll toast to this with some beer.
Yes, we will.
Towards mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Might be for mayonnaise.
We will feast with the gnome wizard. Feast with the gnome wizard. Bring cups. And the orcs run off into the other, barracks and stuff, and they start grabbing primitive cups, and they all rush towards you in a crowd, holding up cups or holding down cups to you.
All right. Those of us that stayed behind, do we hear anything other than the fact that the drum stopped?
Just the drum stopped.
Well, I would have been sort of following Erky, and I feel like at this point, Sam and I are both in line with cups.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're just
Smell that? Smells like booze.
Yeah. Like, hey guys, we're doing a toast. Get out here. Bring your cup. Find a cup.
And you turn around and we're right there.
Oh,
so
there you
so I was left with Bob then. That's,
You're left with Bob.
Alright. Well, being that I'm now the only one here and the drums have stopped. Alright, let's go, Bob. Just start walking. I don't know if he responds or not.
He doesn't respond. He doesn't
Or
follow
even-
it. He doesn't follow either.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
just
but so Erky, what so Sunset, you turn the corner, you see this whole situation. Erky, what do you want to pour these orcs?
Beer. Beer goes a little longer.
Oh yeah.
The alchemy
Oh
jug.
yeah.
4
They're
gallons. How many orcs we got?
There are
you know, I hear beer and mayonnaise makes an excellent dipping sauce.
Ugh.
The question is, what are you dipping into it? But you've got multiple jugs, right? Like,
No, I
Or
only
a
got
little bit
the one. I only had the one jug.
oh, right,
Uh,
you gave another one to somebody else, was that right?
I mean, I was gonna give it to our host until we killed him.
Oh, right.
I mean,
Yeah,
and I
right,
could.
right.
Why
I
does
could
this
use,
keep
I
happening
could use
now?
an infusion slot to make another jug. Like, not like we need those boots of wings or anything.
So at this point, a few things happen. First of all, the orcs also notice Lode and Sam in line to get the drinks. And the ones that are next,
guys.
they're so excited that just the orcs next to you, like one orc next to Sam and one orc next to Lode, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
We're in line for beer.
We came for the beer. What are you doing here?
Are you friend with? Do you follow Gnome Wizard also?
Oh,
Are you-
yeah.
are you-
No wizard, super powerful.
Well, we
Will
just
that get
met,
us beer.
we just met Gnome Wizard, and we are very scared and we want to follow Gnome Wizard.
Oh yeah, if you follow Gnome Wizard, you get lots of free stuff all the time.
Oh yes. And with that behind you, Erky, as you're pouring beer, 2 orcs come behind you with like a throne. Like they took a chair from the house, like it's half burnt, like, you know, it's still structurally sound, but it's half burnt. And like the cushion on the seat, which was nice, like paisley, red paisley, like cushion on it, has been like half burnt off, but it's still there. And they kind of the 2 orcs take both sides of the chair and they kind of force it underneath your butt and make you sit into the chair, and they lift you onto their shoulders, 2 of them, like a throne.
You could cast mending on everything.
Yeah, can do. Can do. A little bit at a time. I'm still a bit in shock though about such a warm welcome from these.
By this point, I imagine Sunset has made it around the house, and she's now just kind of standing there, leaning against the house, watching, kind of bemused.
Yes, that is very much.
Mighty Gnome Wizard. Mighty Gnome Wizard, I broke my favorite walking stick. Could you possibly use your powers to fix it?
Fucking shit. And see what I can do.
Wow.
Good
Your
thing
benevolence
can't.
knows no bounds.
Your great and powerful gnome wizard, your benevolence awes me, and I worship before you.
I'm just here for beer.
They lift you up, and they're still pouring beer. You see the orc leader in front of you, Erky, and he says,
Yep.
"Gnome wizard, show us your strength and magic, and we will follow you. We will help you wherever you need to go. We are lost in the jungle. We used to be her slaves, and we do not know where to go."
Right. Okay. Well. Okay. I'll do a fireball at maximum range vertically. So 150 feet up will be a fireball. So no one will be hurt, but everyone will see it. It'll be like one really big firework.
Ooh, okay, here we go. You shoot the fireball straight up, and it goes straight up, you know, whatever the range is, 120 feet, I think is the range.
150.
Yeah, 120.
And it... Anyway, it goes up, and it explodes like a firework, like... And you hear all of the orcs look up and go, ooh, bright lights. Oh, at this point, there are 10 orcs here. You have reached a level where you have convinced them that they will do your bidding at this point.
With 10 orcs?
10 orcs.
Right.
On your mic's fading in and out, Ricky.
Is it? Uh-oh. Hmm.
Just speak a little louder, and I think you'll be all right.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess we'll get them tooled up. We can't just be having them going around in rags. I'm sure we can find something more than sticks to arm them with.
As you bring them clothing from the other barracks, they said, "No, we are orcs. We do not wear. We are orcs of the jungle. We do not wear clothing and armor. Our skin is strong." Kuni bangs his chest.
Okay, I believe you. So, how are you going to poke holes into other people? Or other people?
We do it
bite
with
them?
our strong hands. Strong hands.
You did used to work here, so I do get your fondness of the forest, but you do appreciate the notion of tools. Yeah. Yeah.
Tools, and they scratch their head. Give me a persuasion check.
15.
15, it's pretty good. Let's see here. Oh, well, they rolled higher. They say, "No, we fight with our fists. We are strong. We will protect you, gnome wizard."
Okay. All right, Meat Shield. That's your new name, Meat Shield. we will happily let we'll use your favorite combat method.
All right, what would you like to do?
So we've had a drink. Maybe, I guess is that drum destroyed beyond repair? You know, the beat kind of
Likely.
dropped.
The what?
The drum.
The drum.
It would have caught fire. I imagine it was flammable.
Yeah, it's destroyed.
What time of day is it?
Repair it with your powers.
It's now into the afternoon because what you experienced in Agua Dulce was the morning time. The next, because you guys slept one night in the inn and left.
Okay. So, remind me, what was our mission of coming to this location?
Marguerite.
You were trying to find
It's on
Marguerite.
the way.
Oh, okay. So there's just a waypoint until we find Marguerite. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. I guess, all right. Well, and do now. I guess if there are no supplies to get, we could continue on. Or we just, I guess, late afternoon. We just make camp here. Head out first thing in the morning. That's
Party with our new orc friends.
yeah. Have a roof over our heads. You know, see what else we didn't loot from. I think we looted everything that was of use. We were pretty thorough. Yeah, I could Clee can go spend time with your friend. Wait, the opportunity. joining up with the tree friend?
Yes,
Hey,
I can.
someone's new druidy.
I was just gonna say I will also follow Cleet to the tree friend.
Okay. Cleet and
Gotta
Load
figure this shit out.
head over to the Dryad. At this point, you're walking past Sunset. Sunset, if you want to join also, you can. But
I think I'm pretty entertained with what's going on between Urti and these orcs.
okay.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch.
So Load and Cleet head over and talk to the Dryad. And as you walk up, Cleet kind of switches over to Druidic, and he says, "Hello, tree friend. I'm excited to meet you. What is your name?" And slowly the Dryad turns around and looks at Cleet.
Did they already talk for a while?
I don't think they did. You guys talked to him, but not Cleet.
I thought Cleet. What?
Didn't we find Cleet?
Yeah, we
talking?
found
Like
Cleet
that's where we
talking
found
to him. Yeah.
All right. Well, he says, "Hello, it's good to see you again, friend."
There you go.
And the Dryad talks back in this kind of crackling tree, like the way that the whoever Jeff Gallegos is, Gallego in the chat, is this character is now, this Dryad is definitely named Professor Oak. I kind of like that.
Nailed it.
He turns and he starts talking, and it's like in a windstorm how the trees creak when they get pushed by the wind. It's like kind of like that, but formed into a voice. I wish I could do that myself, but I really can't. And he says, "You have returned. My grove has been plundered. I am so sad."
Plundered by whom?
By the orcs. The orcs are well intentioned, but they are clumsy and headstrong. They do not know what they do when they try to build.
That does sound like orcs. Yeah. Is there anything that we can do to help?
Yes, move the orcs away from my grove.
We can do that.
Good. I will give you... No, they won't give you anything. Good, yes, please move the orcs away.
We plan to spend the night here, and then in the morning we will move on. But I will tell them not to disturb your grove anymore.
He says, no, take the orcs now. They are destructive. They burn. They do not grow, they burn.
I actually don't think the burning part was the dwarves. Or was the orcs, for the record. But we will stay in one of the buildings on the other side of the farm. But we will stay here tonight. Nowhere near your grove.
If you go
Keep them
now,
away.
I will give you acorns. And with that, he opens his hand. And I need you to give me a Arcana check.
Oh, that should be great. A 14.
Pokeball. Summon a Dryad.
In his palm of his giant kind of tree hand are 3 acorns that are glowing gold. You can tell these are magical. You do not know what they do, though.
Cleet, do you know anything about these?
And Cleet looks at him, looks at his hand, looks at the acorn, squeezes his chin, and he says, "Yeah, I've heard about this from my friends. These are they are traversing acorns. They are magical. You use them, and you become invisible for a period of time." No, they're not traversing. They're sacred acorns. That's what I'm trying to say.
Interesting. Does it only work on one person?
Yes, the one person who is holding it.
Interesting. You still kind of need a roof for the night. But... Alright, hold on. I will be right back. And then he runs back to the party and says, "Okay, so bear with me here. Would you be willing to trade sleeping under a roof tonight for invisibility?"
Can I be invisible when I'm awake too?
Yes, Sam. I turn away from Sam towards Urki and Sunset and ask them again.
I can already turn invisible, so...
Alright, I just look at Urki. Would you be willing to trade?
But yeah, I'll take extra swag. We can head out into the forest. We got a bunch of people to help keep watch.
You know, arguably only... I mean, I guess it depends on how far away we would need to get the orcs in order to satisfy the conditions of the deal. But arguably only Urki and the orcs would need to...
True. Yeah, I can go.
We'll just send you off into the
Go on a
jungle
night
with a
hike.
bunch of orcs.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
I mean, the idea being that as long as it's like, you know, within reason, like as long as you don't have to go like a couple miles away, probably okay. But if you got to go more than like, you know, off the property, probably everybody should go.
If nobody has any objections, I say we just go.
Sure.
Alright. I will be right back. And then I run back and say, "Okay, you got a deal. We'll get the orcs out of here. I will even trade you Cleet." I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Cleet. I just want to see if this tree has a sense of humor.
In a very weird, like, sound that comes out of this dryad, you hear like what for him is laughter. Like, you know what? For like, it's creaking wood laughter, and it's just this odd, like, slow rumble that creaks at the end, and it's like makes you kind of uncomfortable. But it's like, okay, I guess that was a laugh. And with that, he turns his hand, puts his hand above yours, turns it over, and 3 acorns fall into your hand.
I don't know if I have any pockets, but we'll figure this out.
You have pockets, don't worry.
You don't have a pouch or something you can...
Yeah, I do have a backpack. I'm just kidding.
Just squirrel it up, man. Just squirrel it up.
Yeah. I just keep them in my beard.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Already getting into the druid lifestyle. You got acorns in the beard.
It feels right. Cleet, why didn't you tell me about this earlier? This druid stuff.
I've been trying to be your friend for so long, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you all about the things, Druid. I mean, I'm so sorry. Please still be my friend.
Calm down, buddy. It's gonna be okay. I just didn't know what I was missing.
And with that, I think you all head back to the orcs. And with this, the orc leader comes straight up to Urki and he says, Gnome Wizard, where do we go now? We will follow you wherever. What do we seek?
We seek a great priestess who is a sorceress and is pale and has a very hoarse voice. Cleric. She does magic and she wears robes.
Okay, hold on, here we go.
magic.
She
I
might
don't
be
wear
bigger than
robes.
any of you guys.
This is possibly true.
I want her to be the lady. I really do.
She probably already is.
I mean, some of us have met the lady, technically.
Yeah, in campaign 1, you did meet the lady.
We come to find an immortal person. He has the most fantastic plot armor. You'd be so amazed.
With that, the head orc says, "Yes, we know this lady. We saw her.
No shit.
She is with the beasts. The beast took her in the jungle."
And beasts. Damn.
We must go.
This is getting wild.
We must rescue her. Can you lead us to her?
Yes, we can lead you to where beasts were.
All right.
With that, Cleet comes up to Urki and taps you on the shoulder and he says, so Urki friend, gnome wizard friend, if you don't mind, I'd like to stay here and talk to the Dryad. He's really nice. I like friends. He likes to talk about the trees, and I love to talk about trees. Is it okay if I stay here, friend?
I feel
I
like
just ask these guys to carry you, and then we'll talk about it later. That would be amusing. But I guess, yeah. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, you've done a good job of training load in your woodcraft ways, so you will not be entirely lost in this jungle.
yeah, rely on that.
He says, "Good. I'll stay with the Dryad. I'll see you guys later. We'll always be friends in my heart. So we will. I believe in my heart we will see each other again. Don't worry. We'll see you. Bye. I love you. Bye." And
Goodbye.
he walks away. So
Good old Cleet.
you are now, I'm not going to do the orc voice for the rest of this, but the orcs described to you how past that they had, when they were freed, they tried to go out into the jungle and went past the boundaries of the farm. And once they were past the boundaries of the farm, the jungle in many different ways attacked them, and there was a struggle. And that's why they returned to the plantation. So they say if they are to lead you to where the beasts are, you will lead you to where the beasts are. We must be careful and we must be quiet.
Right.
So,
Good,
Sam, quiet. It's a joke because he's the
Are you
most
talking
stealthy person
to me?
here.
he
And
wants
yet
to
somehow
be.
probably the loudest at the same time.
Right.
so I need you guys as a group. So it means one person needs to roll, and it'll be an advantage, both a stealth roll and a nature check.
Do they have to be the same person?
Yeah, do they have to be the same person?
No, could be either one.
I got +5 on nature. So.
Go for it.
Sounds like Erky's doing nature, and I know Sam's got the most stealth, so...
I'm gonna do nature with a +5 reaction. So, ooh, 10.
Aren't they...
Wait, no, so it's 10. So that's 5 from health.
You got advantage, don't you?
Yeah, aren't
We lost
they
you
at
there,
advantage?
Erky.
Is that advantage?
Yeah, it's an advantage
Okay.
because you're doing it as a group.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. So 22.
Nice.
Is that good enough?
Got
We'll find out.
26 on stealth.
Fuck, it better be.
Okay,
And you might
26.
as well roll the advantage, see if you get higher.
Oh, 24.
Only 24. Oh, damn.
Well, no, 26. 26.
Let's
That
see
was the
here.
advantage roll.
I did see a 26 at some point there.
Getting into like Pathfinder levels of numbers here.
So you leave, and this journey takes you into the evening, into the night. It's the middle of the night, and eventually the orcs lead you to basically like an alcove. There's a cliff edge, and it dips in and kind of is a semicircle. And in that semicircle, you see a large bonfire. You are all successfully stealthed, so they do not see you. But in this humongous bonfire, you see a pretty interesting sight. You see dozens, at least 50 beastmen, specifically wildhorns, if you know that from the 9th Age game, which are, beastmen are half goat, half human people that are wild and in nature, and they're all around this huge bonfire chanting and dancing. And then standing behind the bonfire is a humanoid figure that is at least 20 to 25 feet tall, and standing there still staring at the fire. And it is also a giant beastman with hooves on its feet and giant horns and a long face with a, like a snout, and holding with one arm up on top of his shoulder is a giant boulder on one of his shoulders. And that boulder, I need Sunset to give me an Arcana check.
Oh boy. Uh, 15.
You notice that there are markings on the stone, like engravings into it. Like it's a naturally shaped boulder, like, you would see it laying out in nature somewhere. But also there's been etchings and drawings and carvings that are sylvan in nature carved into it. And it is a magical item. It's a huge boulder that's an actual magical item.
Joy.
Would a history check from Load on the carved boulder get us anything else, potentially? Or is it not even worth doing?
History check? No. Essentially,
Putting
folks.
it on fire, how?
Oh my god, and I forgot to describe the most important part of this monster. It has one eye in the center of its face.
There it is.
This is, in the Ninth Age world, a Cyclops, which is magically attuned and has magic resistance, and it throws giant magical rocks at people. And it's huge, it's a giant.
So,
And lastly, I need everyone to give me a perception check.
$16.
11.
11.
21.
Thank you, Sam.
Did this stuff just like stop working? Hold on 1 second here.
What's up?
My little dice log here. Did you guys do that in D&D Beyond?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
They all did.
Int-
I mean,
Yeah.
I roll.
Interesting. Mine
My
doesn't
16's there.
seem to be working.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
no,
I
it's
think
there.
it was
It's there.
laggy,
No, no.
but, like,
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
It's there.
I think you've got it now. Yeah.
It's working now. Okay, so you notice something else. You notice the habit that Marguerite was wearing at the base of the bonfire.
A lot of people to kill.
So I think I know what's going through Lode's mind right now. So you're saying there's a chance?
Well, maybe she wasn't invincible.
Yeah. Like, so you're saying there's a chance in that maybe she's dead.
No, he wouldn't wish that on her. He just doesn't want to be around her.
I just hate being around you.
Hit it too. Please
Trying to
investigate.
force it. I'm not into that.
Go, Vivian.
How many wild horns did you say?
At least 50, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
What kind of radius are they in?
Probably they're in a giant semicircle, and they are spreading over like 150 feet.
Okay, so pretty significant.
Yeah. The mini fireballs.
Yep.
I mean, we don't have to go guns a-blazing necessarily, right? We could,
No. I wanted to get the lay of the land of, like, in case we do have to. I have no want to attack 50 plus people, particularly when there is a gigantic, magically resistant, magical boulder throwing Cyclops.
It doesn't sound great, especially when you put it like that.
Say, Marshall, I
don't know
think
how
you'd
else you
be
would put it.
excellent for negotiating the release of the companion.
So you do want to die?
Is there any like signs of blood, or is it just the scrap of clothing that we see?
From where you're standing, all you see is the piece of clothing.
So she might have just escaped unscathed.
All right, fine.
Unscathed and naked.
Let me try a thing.
All right.
I would like to use one of my acorns.
Oh,
Oh, that's why we have this.
Apparently.
Well,
Okay.
I wonder if it would have been scaled.
Do I have to do anything? How
So
long does
as
it
you
last?
as you
Is it
take this
consumed?
is
You
as
give me
you
nothing.
I know I gave you nothing very intentionally, but you take this acorn, you put it in the palm of your hand, and you squeeze your hand shut. And the three of you around you, as you do this, whoop, load's gone. No, you can't be seen. I'm gonna say Cleant gave you the information on this thing. It's gonna last for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes it's gone. But basically, if you use it for 5 minutes and you release it, you can use it for another 5 minutes anywhere you want down the way.
Gotcha. I would immediately release it
Yep.
as soon as I saw the looks on their faces that I had clearly disappeared. Okay, Sunset, here's an idea. Can you... I'm trying to... Is the crowd of Wildhorns, like, tightly packed? Or is it, they're like, could I sneak through that?
Yeah, you can sneak through them. Like, they're not, like, shoulder to shoulder. They're dispersed out, you know, they're 3 to 4 feet apart each, you know?
Okay. I was
They
gonna
need-
ask if you
they
could
need
fly
room
me up
to-
the top of the cliff.
They need room to dance around to the fire, you know? Hey!
I like what you did there. Yeah, that was nice.
They're all
Alright.
dancing to ABBA. It's pretty funny.
Okay, so...
Dance.
Careful, they
Sing
might cause
Queen.
an avalanche.
Oh!
Sorry, Cliff, Ava, it was right there.
Oh
It
god.
was all there for you. Didn't mean you had to take it.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
What
Does
would y'all?
anybody else want to join me in this little scouting mission?
Of course I do, but I don't think I should.
That is a surprising amount of discretion from you, Sam. I think you're really maturing.
I've been sober for hours.
Speaking of which, you are now sobering up, and the voice in the back of your head returns. Sam, I need alcohol. I need alcohol, Sam. I'm fading. Your brother Ham will never be able to talk to you again. Don't let me fade.
I am the voice of your alcoholism.
That's more high pitched than that, but close. Okay, alright, chill, buddy. We're trying to do something right now. Can you come back in like 5?
No, Sam, I need you to drink now.
Alright. Fine. I'm gonna like wander off the opposite direction to not ruin Lode's plan and get plastered drunk.
Okay, give me a stealth check so no one else notices you leaving.
You have to roll a perception check against
All
it,
of you
right?
roll perception against it. Tell me if you roll 18 or higher.
I also feel like it doesn't really matter if we notice him or not.
Doesn't he auto get a 21?
Does he?
22.
Oh!
No, that's sleight of hand.
No, because you've got, or no, you're right. It's 18 because you've got +8.
Erky, what'd you roll?
Okay, I didn't make it.
Erky, what did you roll?
I was looking at 16.
Okay, yeah, see. Only add load as you're contemplating over what you're gonna do, thinking about Sunset flying you over there, or you trying to sneak in there. You see Sam just kind of like take 3 steps back into the shadows.
Slowly pulling out a flask.
Yeah.
Me and my friend are gonna be over here.
Well, if you say that, there was no need for the stealth check, because everybody can hear you say that.
He says that with body
So
language.
You disappear for a
first
second,
steps
and then
were so
immediately all eyes on you.
Okay, well, I guess maybe I'll just do this by myself, and if shit goes wrong, I've always enjoyed your company.
Cheers to you, buddy.
Well, I can fireball you into oblivion if necessary.
I appreciate that. A swift death, although honestly, it would take several fireballs to kill
Well,
me, I think.
The way I figure it is you probably won't take any damage because you'll probably start raging as soon as shit goes bad, and then like I don't think you take any damage from my stuff when that happens, right?
What's the range on
If I
Thunderfire?
pass the save, then yes, I don't think I would.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So like, or you take half, or I think it winds up being a quarter because you, or I don't know, something stupid like
anyways, try not to fireball me unless it's absolutely necessary. And then I guess here we go.
All right, you
We can do this,
grasp.
So
that. Okay,
give it a
Mario.
shot.
You grasp the acorn, and you proceed to slowly start weaving your way towards the center of this encampment. Give me a stealth check. No, give me. This is gonna be a stealth check at advantage because you're invisible, but you still need to like.
I think.
But you still need to like maneuver yourself around these guys.
I don't suppose that could be athletics.
No.
Okay, worth a shot.
No, it would be a. Yeah.
Stealth and acrobatics are the same. That would be the other thing I would have guessed. So here we go.
Ooh, that is not good.
I rolled 2 4s.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
This is why I don't trust computer and.
Okay. Okay.
That's gotta happen eventually, even with real dice.
Right, but it happens more often with these because they have a habit of choosing the same seed when you do multiples.
I gotcha. That makes sense. How bad is it?
It's actually not that bad. So as you're sneaking through, you get about halfway through the crowd, and then as they're dancing, as the wild horns are dancing, the dancing queen, one actually dances, like does his dance move and jumps right next to you and bumps into you. His body.
Somebody dabs and punches me in the face.
No. He kind of hip checks you. So I need you to give me a Jesus Christ, I can't remember the names of anything right now. What's the check with your toughness? Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Nice. Fuck. A 9.
Jesus Christ. I'm trying to help you out
I
here.
rolled a 2. I know. I have a +7 to con saves.
All right. So what happens is he hip checks you. You fall over.
Gotcha.
And I think because of this fall over, and you rolled you rolled a 9 total. You hold on to the acorn, but this wild horn is so in the trance and confused. He looks over at you and looks at what did I bump into? And he's confused, and then looks around to the wild horns around him, and he just continues dancing. You are on the floor. This has cost you. I'm gonna say this is the penalty here. It costs you extra time. You have now used 4 minutes of the 10 minutes of time.
Whoa. Okay. All right. I continue on.
All right, you continue
Stand
to.
up, dust myself off. Take 2.
And no need to roll here. That you already rolled to make to. This is what happened. You make it into the center of the camp next to the bonfire. You see this, towering over you. This Cyclops is he's staring into the fire, holding the stone over his right shoulder, and you realize behind him are 3 other stones of the same make. And the stone that's sitting on top, strapped to the stone, is Marguerite. Crying in fear and praying to the lady under her breath. She's not naked. She's not naked. Just the habit was taken off, so she's still wearing her clothes. But something really interesting is about her You've only seen her with a habit on. And
That's actually not true for Load.
that's a good point. You have seen her with that
Unless
habit.
she was into it and kept it on. I don't know.
Wrong. Even doing your sexual escapades, she wore the habit the whole time, and you kind of liked it.
Well, if I had known that from the get-go, maybe I would have had a different attitude about it this whole time.
So, you see her without the habit on, and you would imagine, like, stuck under the habit all day to just be flat kind of hair, maybe even like a buzz cut because they don't care about having hair. But the hair that is coming out of Marguerite's head is like, did you see the movie Brave, the Pixar movie? The main character has like the wild red hair. It's like that.
Yeah. This is improving,
What, wearing the habit in bed with you was that a puss?
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe for Load.
I mean, he's certainly not opposed to some kinky shit.
Usually
Okay.
that involves putting kinks in people, but
I suppose that is true.
that was a.
So at this time, also a couple. We're gonna warp back to where we were. Sam, you have
I
consumed
love
some.
how you just do the ham motion now. You don't even make the sound. I still know what you mean.
Sam, you have consumed the alcohol venue. You have reached a point of intoxication, but you realize something. You only have with you 2 more flasks of alcohol to get you drunk.
Uh-oh. This is bad news. We need to go back to town at once.
Also at the same time, Urki, you're sitting there waiting for the load to come back, and you can see that your orc minions are restless, and they're like, the boss comes up to you and he says, we are strong, we are orc, we must attack. And you see like his eyes are going a little wide and a little bloodshot.
And I said, like, okay, let's take some time to plan our attack, and I like try herding them like away from like visual from view of like the Cyclops, the beast or stuff like that. It's like, okay, it's like, hey, let's not like, well, like, yeah, absolutely. But we want to plan this out. Well, we need to divide up who's getting who. So like, let's go over here. We'll huddle like a couple 100 yards in that direction. we got this. I have faith
Fair
in you
enough.
guys.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I think this is worth using my last flash of insight, just in case. Otherwise, it can go very poorly. Okay. 27.
Oh yeah. They're like, yes, gnome wizard. Yes, we listen to you. You are smart. We are stupid. And they follow you over to a little farther away. So back to load.
All right. So knowing that he has a limited amount of time, and again, you said that Marguerite is behind the Cyclops, right?
Yes.
Okay. He is going to sprint around the Cyclops to Marguerite.
Was she tied to one of the ones behind him?
Yes, one of the
was it
stones that was piled up. And this is a boulder, like, 5 foot by 5 foot boulder.
She can't just like stand up with it on her back.
No, she's not that tough. I mean, she's tough, but not that tough.
She did do some pretty heavy lifting at one point, didn't she?
Was that innuendo?
If that's what you want to call
No,
it.
actually, it wasn't. I thought there was like some like she lifted like part of a wall or something.
She
I thought, or like
did
a
something
cart
like
or
that.
something.
I can't remember.
Like I
precisely.
could have swore she did that. If it gets me extra points, then yes, it absolutely was innuendo, though.
No, there is no way she can. Well, first of all, like she's like strapped onto the top of it, so her feet are off the ground. It's like she couldn't like. Yeah, he's like a turtle
Wiggling
turned
in the
over.
air.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to run up to her, and I guess I will kind of quietly say to her, Marguerite, it's me, Load. I am obviously invisible. I am going to cut these ropes, and I'm going to give you this acorn, and I'm going to put it in her hand, which will make you invisible as well, and then you and I are going to run as fast as we can out of here. Is there like a break between the crowd of wild horns and the cliff? You said it was like a horseshoe, but are they like all the way up to the cliff?
Yeah. If you want to get out, you got to go through the wild horns again.
All right, we're going to have to do this carefully and quietly. Not if you understand.
Let me see here. Hold on 1 second.
I
Okay.
hope she understands. Nothing about that was particularly complicated.
Well, just a voice starts talking you out of nowhere. It takes a little bit of like a leap of logic.
Also, pretty
But if it
pretty
if,
stressful situation.
if
Yeah.
the first thing was, it's me, Load, don't you think she would like?
Anyway,
get
she
excited
she
and
rolled
start
high enough to
listening?
she rolled high enough to understand, so don't worry.
Thank goodness. I don't like dumb girls. Dumb people in general, really.
She says, "Oh, Load, I miss you so much.
Don't speak.
Oh, Load."
You're gonna get us killed.
Okay, so yeah, you put
That's
the you,
why I said not if you understand. We have precious little time here.
you put the acorn into her hand. She disappears, and then you cut her loose.
I cut the rope, and we bail.
I
Now,
need
neither of you can see each other.
true.
You're leading her by the hand
Yeah.
or the hair.
I will grab you by the hand and we'll start in the direction we need to go. Then we need to split up because it's... Alright, just hold my hand, damn it.
She grabs your hand, and it's really, you know, when you hold someone's hand and it's really sweaty and it's gross because of that. That's exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah.
She got that clammy handshake.
Yeah.
Dead fish.
It's definitely a dead fish handshake. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I need. What check? You know, you cut the ropes easily. There's no need to check to cut the ropes, right? But I need both you and Marguerite to give me a stealth check at advantage to get back out.
Okay. First one is a 10. Second one is a 16.
Okay, and Marguerite gets a 19 and a 3.
Plot armor and bomb stats.
Thank God for the advantage. You successfully make it out, and I just want to do one other thing. There's going to be one other check here. Oh, okay. As you're about halfway through the wild horns, you're successfully navigating. Actually, you clear the wild horns with Marguerite. You hear a giant roar and it's coming from the Cyclops. He is turned around and he has noticed that his capture, Marguerite, is no longer tied to his magical stone.
Booty.
His booty.
How you said there was there's a bonfire in the center?
Yes, there is.
How far away is that from me?
We never established that, so I'm going to say you're far
Can
enough.
I get within 60 feet of it?
Yes, you can.
Okay. That bonfire goes out. Like, once I hear the roar, that bonfire goes out.
Oh my god, this is mass hysteria. This is mass hysteria. It goes out, and it is pitch black here. It's very, very dark. You hear yells from all over. There's basically mass hysteria in the darkness. And there's one giant roar from the Cyclops.
I don't know if they have, like, dark vision or anything, but I'm hoping that the fact that I put out the fire helps.
Yeah, I mean, would still take time for the eyes to adjust.
Yep.
Yeah, fail, and then... All right, here we go. This is gonna be, I need everyone to roll initiative.
What?
Oh, boy. Even the people that are a couple hundred yards away.
Yeah, I mean, Urki's far enough away that he realizes what's happening, but...
20.
Oh,
Damn, I rolled it separately and got
okay.
2 17s.
I rolled a nat 20, so that's a 25 on my initiative.
19. But am I battling the Cyclops or alcoholism?
Both?
Yes. Like, you,
All right, so Sam got 19. What did Sunset get?
25.
What did Load get?
17.
And what did Urki get? Does anyone remember?
28.
20. And let's see
He's
here.
actually gone invisible and is still able to speak to us.
Let's see here. Delete that. Okay. Add turn. I'm just using this to make our turn order here.
Sure.
Alrighty. Dexterity -1.
Was I rolling?
Oh my god. The Cyclops just rolled an
Take one more
initiative
shot at that, or
initiative of 0.
So he has a negative initiative and rolled exactly that number.
He rolled a 1 and he has a -1 dexterity.
Nice.
Okay, so here's what happened. Here's the initiative order. Sunset's first. Sam and Urki, you guys do not see this, but Load and Sunset do. And actually, Marguerite doesn't because she does not have night sight or dark vision.
Dark vision.
So only Load and
I am
Sunset see
still
this.
holding her hand.
Yeah. Load and Sunset see this. The mass hysteria causes the wild horns to basically disperse. They're with the light out, they failed their they failed a
Check.
they failed a panic check basically, and they're no longer in this game. But the Cyclops here sees he sees you come up and turn off the bonfire, and he starts charging forward at you. Actually, no, he doesn't. You see him start to pick up one of the stones, but it is now your turn.
Oh, I see him start to pick up one of the stones.
Yes.
Do I think he knows where I'm at? Like, have I been able to like identify that he's looked directly at me?
Yes, he has.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be there anymore. Cause
Sound.
I'm gonna cast Greater Invisibility.
Okay.
Which, actually, is Sam right by me?
Sam is not right by
Like-
you. Sam went off to the
Okay, so
bushes in the side and is drinking alcohol, so he is not near
Okay.
you.
I just want to know, because if he was, then I could do this for him too. But so I cast Greater Invisibility. I turn invisible until the spell ends. Its concentration up to 1 minute. It doesn't affect anything. I can still cast spells. I can still attack, and I remain invisible. And then I am going to. I want to head towards load or away.
Can I say that after the light went out, that I released the acorn and tell Marguerite to do the same?
Okay. Yeah, you do that. Marguerite has used 2 minutes of her acorn, and you getting there, getting to the back, all that stuff, you have 2 minutes left on your acorn. So there's one full, one down to 8, and one down to 2.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fly diagonally up 30 feet or 35 feet towards Load and Marguerite. So basically I'll be like, I don't know how close they are, but I want to be basically like in the air above them, somewhere between 35 feet and some other distance.
Gotcha. You are invisible. It is now Ricky's turn.
So I guess at this point I don't know if the rescue's been successful.
No, you don't. You're off with your orcs. You hear, you can tell the light went out, and you hear the roars. That's about all you got.
Maybe some screams.
And I'm not hearing anything from my comrades. No cries for help.
Nope.
No. The screams you would have heard are likely from the beastmen in the panic state that they ran off in. Provided they could be heard over the roar of the Cyclops.
Right. So, all right, I'm gonna buy time with these the very brave people that are with me. So, I'm gonna cast not the boom tube, but its cousin, the protector, which gives temporary hit points. So 1d8 plus 5 temporary hit points to each creature. So I'm going to spend an action to build a turret, and then I'm going to walk, even though it's kind of instantaneous for all of them. They don't really know that. It's like, all right, we need to like buff you up here. I'm going to do this thing on you, and poof, you have new hit points. All right, you next. All right, number 2.
Line up. Everyone line up. Everyone line up.
Everyone line up. We're preparing.
All right. So that's your turn. Next up is Sam. You too also notice the light go out and screams, and you are intoxicated.
So it's Wednesday, is what you're saying. I'm gonna stealth towards the screams for a better look at what's going on.
Drink in hand.
Drink in hand, yes.
There's no need to roll. You're in darkness, and you're extremely good at stealthing, so I'm not even gonna make you roll this. You have dark vision, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
No,
No?
Halfling? Oh,
Oh.
no. Halflings
Because
do
you're just-
not.
because you're
Gnomes
humanish.
do, but halflings do not.
Sucks to be you.
So give me
Well,
what would be the right
Perception check?
check for like him trying not to trip over things? I mean, acrobatics?
Nature?
I would actually. It would probably just be a
Dex,
check.
just a straight
A raw
dex.
check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, for not tripping. Yeah.
Yeah.
give me a dex check.
To do like a fancy fall
23.
and stand back up. That's
That would be acrobatics. Yeah.
to do the Willy Wonka. fall and stand up.
Yep.
All right, 23 is plenty. You successfully make it to back to where you left the group, and no one's there because Urki went off backwards, Load and Sunset both went forwards, and you can't really see, but you do hear the roar of this Cyclops off in the distance to where they used to be, where the beastmen used to be. That's all you got right now.
Plus a pretty good buzz.
And a nice buzz going on.
well, at least it's something.
All right, it is Load's turn.
Okay. I will just kind of keep running into the woods. Can I see can I do maybe a survival check or something to see if I can track Urki and the group?
Yeah, do it.
Where is Bob in all of this also? Did he go with Urki and the crew?
No, he's with Urki and the crew.
Now, point of order.
Because remember, he put the turret on Bob to make him the tank Bob.
Oh, that
That was before,
one,
though.
that shirt's gone. That was a while ago. So,
Yeah.
He can be the protector tank, but
he can be a protector tank. Yeah, go hang out by Bob. Get 1d8 plus 5 hit points. Temporary hit points.
But I know we kind of slightly retconned that we're speaking Druidic. Do I have a telepathic loop with him as well?
No, we retcon your speaking.
making
So
sure.
yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Does that make it easier for me to make this tracking dealio? Because it's a bunch of orcs and a dinosaur walking through a jungle,
Nope.
which I know sounds like the setup to a joke, but
A Cyclops, a
The joke is
dinosaur.
they're led by a
14.
gnome.
Yeah.
That is actually hilarious.
Yeah. Right.
In the middle.
Well, it has to be a joke.
Let's see.
14.
Facts.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna get that going here because this is not showing correctly. There we go. $14 on the survival check. Yeah, that's enough. You find your way back to Urki.
All right,
Okay.
we're sprinting that direction.
Basically,
go.
at the end of your sprint, you arrive at the group with Urki.
Okay, we can toss her on the cart. I'm sure she's not well suited for traveling.
Well,
Or
she's
you
not
two
suited
could have
at
some private
all.
time in the back of the car.
Her habit's on the ground over there.
Oh yeah, you should go back for it.
I mean, arguably, I'm
it's all
still
you.
there. My turn hasn't come up.
No, you had
I'm right
you had
over
the
there.
first turn. You had the first turn.
Right, but I'm right over where Load and
Yeah.
Marguerite were. So I'm still back there. Right now.
Okay, so in the darkness, you hear a roar of anger and disappointment. And you hear the sound of like a grunt, like a roar, and then you hear like a literally, this boulder's so big you hear it traveling through the air.
That is how air displacement works.
Let's see here. I think. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. I need. You hear it. Get closer. I need load. I need Urki. I need load Urki, Marguerite, and all 10 of your orcs who take a dexterity saving throw.
Now, I heard the grunt. I knew it was carrying a rock. Can I see this thing?
Oh.
No, you don't.
Towards us.
So you have dark vision. So yes, you can.
Dope.
So,
Advantage. Thank you.
Urki rolled a 7. So the orc, they roll.
Just roll once for all of them. I have the stat line. I will do it.
Okay.
21.
21. I gotta roll for all these people. Hold on one second.
And all those people have 9 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that's going to matter when a magical boulder's coming hurtling in. And... you have
I'm assuming
9 temporary hit points?
I do. I'm assuming
Okay.
the temporary hit points don't apply to the insta death check.
Well, I mean, it has to subtract your current hit points first. So you do the temporary hit points, so that'll subtract 9.
Because it
and
has
then
to do. It's because it's the over damage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it'll be you subtract the 9, then you do your full HP, and then your full HP in the negatives is insta death.
Yeah. Upon my next full rest, I'm gonna use that stored spell object with a level 2 cure wounds that can be used 10 times
Yeah.
by anybody.
That's
like the meat shield.
Very helpful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the orcs crit fail,
No, well,
and then
There goes all our friends.
and then
we always lose our friends so quickly.
Marguerite. Oh boy. And then I need to check for Bob also.
oh no, oh Bob.
Bob's got to
What's
be
the
mad
order?
Dexy, right? Dinosaurs are super Dexy.
What's the blocking order? What's the order of damage we got here? Or I guess
man.
it just lands on all of us, and we all take equal amount of damage.
It's big enough.
I said it was a
to-
5x5.
but then it like explodes.
Earlier you said it was a 5x5. Okay, that's the magic part. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Explodes. Okay, what Ankylosaur is the right?
Ankylosaurus.
How do you spell that?
ANKY.
There it is. I got it.
Oh.
Found him. Okay, so he has a dex of +0.
Could be worse.
Oh, natural 20 for Bob. I love
Nice.
it.
That's my fucking
Nice.
boy.
Yeah, Bob.
Now, remind me, there are things we need to discuss about Bob after.
What about Bob?
What about Bob?
Woo.
What about Bob?
Okay, so the orcs failed. Load, what did you roll?
21.
You pass. Urki, what'd you roll?
Less than 10.
That's not good. And
I
then
think it was 7.
Shows 7 in the log.
Yeah, 7. Oh, you get advantage on your dex save? When you're...
When it's against something I can see, which is why I asked all those questions.
Which is why he has a pretty high success rate in dodging my fireballs and taking no damage, because he can typically see them. He doesn't
Oof,
probably
boy.
even need to see them. He just assumes that a fireball's coming from me in
Dodge.
this general area.
Just
Urki,
in character.
Urki,
Yes.
you take 41 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Still at above 50%. So 9 from the temp, and then 32 from the Alright,
And then
go.
a bunch more psychic damage because all your new friends are dead.
Well,
And
and then
then-
there's probably the fire damage from the explosion.
No, it's just that.
Okay.
And then the
Why you?
orcs.
I mean, I figure a gigantic boulder following on you is probably worth at least 40 damage. So,
So 41. Okay, so the orcs would just all insta die, but I'm not going to say that's going to happen.
Even
well, I
with
mean,
their
they have 9
9.
temporary HP.
9.
I
So
feel like
they're,
that's
they're
probably not
15 plus 9 is 24. Okay, so they don't insta die. They're all
They
knocked
are all-
They're
knocked
all
unconscious.
Okay, that's fine.
And the
Maybe I
and the
can-
people who pass the deck save are just fine. Marguerite did not
can change their
pass.
mind about
Marguerite
armor.
takes 41. So as this thing comes down, instant, like split seconds before this thing lands, you see Bob jump out of the way, like the animal instinct, just like knee-jerk reaction. Load, you see it coming, and you try to jump out of the way, but Marguerite is not as fast as you.
way?
You try to pull her away, but it slams into her.
Hold on.
Here's
Hold
where
on.
we find out how
Just-
much
just
HP she
quick-
has.
Question.
Hmm?
Was Marguerite not in the cart that is attached to Bob?
If he jumped, she probably got launched out of it.
She was not in the cart.
I tried.
Good try. You did try.
Slam. Marguerite is not insta death, but she goes unconscious. And the orcs are all like just, it explodes, and all the orcs just kind of get splayed out in all directions.
Like trees after a comet strike.
Yes.
Meteor strike.
It is now Sunset's turn.
Okay. So, do I get the sense that this thing actually knows where the group is, considering that he just threw a boulder?
I guess
And
give me a
yeah.
give me a perception check.
Uh, 15.
Yeah, you can tell he has dark vision and he can see very far.
Got it. Okay.
He's got a hell of an arm on him too.
That's all. That's all he does is throw rocks.
But he's only got what, 2 more, or how? Like what?
He has
there's
3 more.
three
He's
more.
holding one, and there were
Okay.
3.
I mean,
stacked
40 some
behind.
odd damage is pretty ridiculous. Okay.
Or he can
so
find other things to throw.
I think this might be worth a This might be worth a level 6 spell.
Yeah, I mean, we are in mortal peril by
Yep.
someone that is really big. That seems worth it.
So I'm gonna cast Disintegrate.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Cool.
Tell me what I need to do.
Cool. right in the face.
DC 16 Dex saving throw.
DC 16 Dex. He's got a -1 Dex. But he has an advantage
16.
because he has magic resistance.
Oh,
Is that how that works?
I don't know how it works, but this is how I'm making it work.
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, you're ruling. I'll allow it.
Oh no, he rolls a 14. He needed to roll a 17. He fails.
Yes. Okay.
Baller.
Oh, this is the first time that this is potentially going to actually do everything it's supposed to do. Every other time I've cast this, it's completely failed. This is great. This is good news for me. All right. So that's going to be 10d6 plus 40.
Plus
you're rolling more
40.
than 1d6, right?
Yes, I've got I've got a whole bunch of them.
All right. You can do it. Roll the dice. Anyone who's watching at this point, how do you guys feel about the 1D&D rules that have come out? Should we implement those rules in this campaign, or should we continue in 5e? Just throwing it out there.
Yes, we should. Yes, we should.
What did you get? What did you get, Sunset?
Hold on, because I'm gonna use empowered spell to reroll 4 of the dice.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I got
Like,
like
it's gonna be worth it this time.
Okay. Okay. So are we dealing back in a 40 damage back to him?
150 damage.
So, that'll be 80 damage.
Oh boy. 80. Okay, 80 damage.
80.
Round number there. I like it.
Yeah.
And basically, only you can see in the darkness, you see this happen. You see like you see like you hit the Cyclops with disintegrate, and you see like basically part of his torso start to like digitize, like in like Tron or something, like, and like those parts of his body kind of disappear. He screams out in pain, but he's still there just fine. Okay. Next up is, who's next? I don't even remember. It is Urki.
How far is he?
From you, he's a fair amount away. He has not moved, so he's probably 200 feet.
Oh, well, yeah, quite the arm. Okay, I guess I'll use my action to cast Cure Wounds on Marguerite.
Okay. That heals how much?
Goodbye. 13.
Marguerite takes like being shocked out of death in one of those emergency room drama shows on television, goes and wakes up.
And how far is oh well, I guess next to me, so I brought my little my friendly boom buddy back, so she also gets 1d8 temporary, so I'll roll for her. So okay, so she gets 7 temporary hit points, and then I get, because I already lost my temporary hit points, so I can get those again. Oh, and I get 13 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Well, I think that's all I can do.
So how much is Marguerite up to total?
So Marguerite had 13 plus 7, so she has 13 regular hit points and 7 temporary hit points, so 20 total.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, they're kind of tracked separately, but I think for the purpose of our discussion, 20 fine.
And I need you to give me 10 death saving throws for death saves for your orcs.
Yeah. Okay. How do you do like multiple ones in like? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I think if you like right click them or something.
Yeah. All right. Oh god. Ugh. This is like freaking. Okay. Well, we're not taking the total. That's not what we're.
No.
Hold on. Does it open? I can't see it.
Does it even show?
No, it just gives me the total.
No, okay. I'll
Oh no, I got it. 1, 2, only 3 failed.
Okay. Cool.
So 3 failed. I need you to record that on your end because I don't have a pen and paper here either, so I'm extremely unprepared.
That's fine.
All right, and that is your turn.
Yep.
It is now Sam's turn.
Wait. So did any pass?
Yeah, all the rest of them passed. You either
Well, I guess
pass
it
or
didn't
fail.
completely pass,
Yeah,
so the
yeah,
other 7 passed. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well,
That was
I
gonna get really
guess-
complicated.
I don't know. I don't know what you can even do here. So the Cyclops is how far from my location at this point?
You went back, so probably 150 feet.
So I'm like 3 turns of movement away from it or something. Mhm.
But you get a crossbow, right?
Yeah.
I don't
gotta
know what the
be-
range on that is though. So
All right. Well, I'm just gonna like sprint towards it as far as I can. I'm gonna use my cunning action to use my bonus action to take a dash. So I guess that puts me at dash plus dash. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
100.
so that should be 75 feet if you use your action to dash and then your bonus action to also dash. So that should be 75 feet.
So I'm halfway there.
All right, that's your turn. And it is now Lode's turn.
And pretty much everybody but Sam is going the opposite direction, right?
Well, now that everyone exploded, everyone's just staying where they are.
I will say I did move from my position just in case he's potentially trying to track where I'm at.
Okay.
But like, I'm staying within decent range of him, but like I'm invisible, so like he doesn't know where I'm at.
Wait, why are you invisible? You're not invisible.
I cast greater invisibility the very
Oh,
first
yes.
turn.
I forgot about that. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. I'm keeping track of my turns. I've got 10 turns, so eight turns left at this point. It's 1 minute.
All right, Lode, what are you doing?
Really no. I definitely don't have anything with this much range. I would just kind of move. Well, I'll say everybody scatter so that we can't all get hit at the same time again. That wasn't great.
Yeah, yes, my love. I'll go with you.
You don't get the point of scatter, dude.
I mean, what even was the range of the explosion? Like, because you need to get that far away from everybody else in order to not take damage from the explosion.
Can I see about how far the explosion covered?
At least a 10-foot radius.
So fireball's 20-foot radius. I don't know what you were planning on modeling it after, but
Yeah, okay, 20-foot radius then.
Okay, I will move 35 feet away from the closest person,
Okay.
as that is my full movement speed. Why don't we dash and make that 70 feet?
Cool, fair enough. And you do that with Marguerite. She does the same thing as you. And we're back to the
Damn
big
it.
guy. She is very attached to you at this moment in her life. You hear him again grunt as he lifts up a stone. You hear him. Throw it. Okay, he misses by not a lot. So the rock lands near you, Load, and you can get hit by the spray damage, you and Marguerite. So I just need you to give me a dexterity check at advantage.
Saving throw.
Yes, dex saving throw.
And it would be advantage anyway. That's a 19.
Yeah, you successfully dodge out of the way and you're all good. So did Marguerite passed also, so that's his turn. It is now Sunset's turn.
Okay.
I'll
we're
be
now
right
gonna
back,
move down to 5th level spells. Okay. How close is he to the pile of rocks? Because I have kind of a stupid idea that I'm not entirely sure is going to work.
Oh, the rocks that his rocks?
Yeah, his rocks.
I don't know, 10 feet, less than 10 feet.
Perfect. I'm going to cast Fireball at the pile of rocks.
Okay.
So he'll still get caught in it because he's within 20 feet of it. But I'm also hoping that the detonation of the fireball will cause the detonation of the rocks.
I
don't know if it will.
We will see.
I don't know if it will.
What's the saving throw for Fireball?
So the saving throw for him, same as Disintegration, DC 16 Dex.
DC 16 Dex. So I'm just gonna say the rocks have a -4 DC, but they are magic resistance, so I get rerolls.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I mean,
I
I
gotta
don't
roll.
know how they're going to dodge.
I gotta roll. First one fails, second one fails, and then the big guy, DC 17. No, DC 16.
Well,
so
I guess technically 17 because he's got a -1.
the big guy
So roll
the big guy
17.
fails also.
Okay, cool. All right. 4, 6, 8, 10. That's going to be another 10d6. No pluses this time. Well, +4 because it's fire damage now.
No one answered me on whether to use 1 D&D or not. Chat, you're letting me down.
Maybe they're reading it right now. Right? I mean, how can they give a informed opinion if they haven't read it?
We haven't done our reaction video to it.
True,
Indeed,
true,
indeed.
true.
Well,
How can anyone be informed truly about it when they don't know our reactions?
well, we can trust Sunset's wisdom.
That is going to be 34 fire damage.
34. Okay.
I guess I would just apply that across the board. I mean, I could roll for individual.
No, yeah.
things if you want.
No need to do that. Okay, we're good. Massive explosion again. Another roar. He is half burned on his arms. The rocks are still fine, but they're basically covered in fire. Next up is Sam, I believe, right? No, it is Urki. My bad.
Okay.
Oh, and then I'll move again to not allow
He
him
can't.
to pin
You
my
realize he
position.
can't see you,
Right,
even
yeah,
even
so
when you. Yeah.
rolling death saves for 10 people is kind of a pain in the ass, which is, I'm glad I have a spreadsheet. So 3 passed on the first set. So wait, I think, right? 7 failed?
No, it was the other way around. 3.
Oh, yeah.
Three
Around.
failed. 3 failed.
Yeah, then I'm
1
rolling
7
it.
passed.
Uh,
Yeah, this is why I made you track it.
Okay, so for my action, I'll do Cure Wounds on one of the 3 people who failed.
Okay, so one orc is up. One orc is up.
I gotta redo all this. What? No, they're not up. It's just that the failure and the passes. So the failure and passes, do they cancel out, or it's just whichever gets to 3 first?
Whichever gets to three first.
But if you gave them HP, they're up.
Yeah, if
Just
you
add
pass
it.
Cure Wounds, they gain. It's as if they're at 0, and they gain X HP and they get up.
Right. Okay. So that one's up 7 plus the D8. So whoever I just cured now has 16 HP. So okay.
One has 16 HP. And then
Right.
roll.
Okay. So
roll,
I mean that's fine.
roll-
Technically.
And then roll
Right, 'cause it's
seven
gonna-
d20s for the ones that passed, and then roll 2
Yeah, yeah.
d20s for the ones that
I'll
failed.
I'm rerunning. I got to redo all this stuff. There's no change gonna happen, even if they pass or fail, because they have to have 3. So you can pass. You can move on.
A nat 1 counts as 2, and a nat 20 counts as 2.
Yes.
Thanks for that reminder.
I'll actually, technically, I think a nat 20 gets them up.
I didn't even look at
No, it counts as 2. It counts as 2.
Yeah, it's still 2
It
successes.
keeps.
Whew. Yeah, last time you didn't roll a nat 20 or a 1, so we're good.
Okay. So.
All right, you do that.
Yeah.
We are on to Sam.
Gonna move to within 60 feet of the Cyclops, and then I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness on it.
Ooh.
It's right here. When you make a death saving throw and roll a 1 on a d20, it counts as 2 failures. If you roll a 20 on the d20, you regain 1 hit point. So you automatically get
Oh,
up if you
okay.
roll a 20.
Cool. Thanks for the clarification. I did not roll either, so I'll keep that in mind.
Sam, what do I need to roll for that?
First off, I critically hit it, so
Okay.
am I rolling my damage twice?
Read the spell to me.
Alright, a ray of sickening greenish energy lashes out toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d8 poison damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it is also poisoned until the end of your next turn.
All right, let's do the Constitution saving throw. I'm at a +5, which is nice. I'm at advantage because he has magic resistance. So yeah, I passed. So I'm not poisoned, but I take 48 damage.
Now, is that 48 twice since I got 20?
Yes, it is.
Well, isn't it just...
Just roll 8d8. Make it easy.
That was a
Oh, no,
shitty
no,
ass roll.
No. We did it. We decided the other way. Roll 48 plus 32.
32.
Yeah, 48 plus 32.
So just
So-
roll 48.
44?
Whew, my God, you guys
43, I mean.
you guys are like shredding into this guy. So 43, you said?
Yeah.
So this comes as a surprise to anyone who can see Sam do this, which is basically what's Urky and Sunset. He walks up and this like cloud of gassy like grossness comes out of his fingertips, which is surprising for both of you, and encircles the Cyclops, and you see him like take a breath in, like choke on it, and like vomit on the floor and stand back up again, kind of wavering and back in place. And it is Lode's turn.
Okay.
Okay. It said it was poisoned, right?
No, he passed the con
Pass the
saves,
save.
so he's not poisoned.
Oh, he passed the con save. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
So I will turn to Marguerite and say, it looks as though the rest of the group has the killing the thing handled. But I need to try and help. But I need you to go and heal those orcs. Here, take these. I will cast Goodberry
Oh.
and hand her a handful of basically 1 HP healing potions.
Oh, okay. As you hand this into her hands, she's still got that hazy look in her eyes, like she doesn't know what's going on. Very in a moment of shock. But when you drop the berries in her hand, her eyes go clear and focused, and she says, "Yes, Lode, we'll get through this together." And she turns around and runs toward the orcs.
Can't imagine that smoker's lung is doing very well in the jungle here.
And how far
much
away
humidity,
am
man.
I from the mess that's going on over there?
You're a ways away. You ran, let's say, perpendicular, so you're 150 feet away.
Okay, well then I will just use my 35 feet of movement to get closer.
All right. And you can dash, right? So you can go. Oh no, that is your dash.
Well, I used my action to cast Goodberry.
True. Okay, so next up is the Cyclops. Again, screams out in rage, picks up his next stone, which is now flaming, and throws
Does he
it.
take damage from the fire?
Yeah, he does. But we'll resolve that in a second. He's gonna still, since Marguerite ran back to where the orcs are, he throws it at Marguerite. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is a nat 20. So, in that area,
So sad.
all of the orcs,
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
the orcs, Erky, and Bob, give me a Dex 15 saving throw. Erky first.
My good berries.
Oh, and Marguerite's there too.
One.
What'd you roll?
21.
Oh, why does that not show up in my log? Oh, because I'm not down all the way. There we go. Right. Marguerite. Whew, passes barely on a 15. Give me one dex saving throw for all. Well, no. First of all of the orcs that are still laying down insta die.
Oh. Yeah. These calculations.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's,
No. One caveat to that is Marguerite did run over there and drop a good berry in one of those orcs. So whoever's up plus one more orc doesn't instantly die, but becomes unconscious again.
Well,
Okay. So the death saves reset.
Yeah, it starts over.
Yes,
Okay,
but the ones
cool.
that were in this
Alright,
moment, and the ones that were in death saves at this moment are insta dead.
So now you only have to track two.
Just two
hold on.
orcs left. Two orcs left,
how
and
much
they are.
damage was it?
Let me roll here. Let me roll here.
I mean, how much is max damage on it? Because that might be enough to just insta-kill the last two orcs.
87.
Yeah, that's gonna insta-kill the last two orcs
They're just all
anyway.
fucking dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let me look at these orcs. Hold on. Yeah, they were insta
DM
dead.
giveth and the DM
I-
taketh
I-
away.
I'm-
and
Did
leaves.
they dodge? I mean, even if they dodge, they're probably still dead.
Yeah, because that's. I assume they'd only take half damage from the dodge, right?
Right.
No, if they dodge
Do they have-
successfully, they are roll the way I'm running it
So
is
far
they
it's
they
been
dodge
0.
successfully.
Okay.
It's been 0. So give me 2
Oh.
Dex 15 saves on these orcs. God, you don't have that. Okay, here we go. So they have Dex +1. Let's see. First orc dies. Second orc passes. One orc is still alive. And you know what? Just for narrative's sake, that one orc is the leader of the orcs.
The leader of the orcs. Okay. Good.
Not
Now
really anymore.
Now Bob needs to take a Dex saving throw.
Come on, Bob, you got this.
Come on.
Bob at a +0 Dex.
I don't want to lose our mode of transportation.
A 15. Bob does it again.
Bob passes.
Hell yeah, B.
We really gotta talk about pumping his numbers up.
All right, we the monster the Cyclops has one more rock. It is now Sunset's turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna fireball at now 4th level at the rock.
Yep. So I am going to take a Dex saving throw for the rock, and I need to get 16. So it needs a 20, but I'm rolling it twice. The rock fails, and then the Cyclops passes on a nat 20.
Ooh. So it's only gonna take half damage
Okay.
from the fireball.
Go ahead and roll up your dice. And as he does that, quiet interlude. I can't think of something to talk about. Anyone else watching Game of Thrones?
Nope.
I haven't seen
Did
the
we?
first episode of the new one yet.
Ah, you guys are weak.
good.
I like it. Well, I like Game of Thrones originally, and I like the new show.
Watching Sandman, that's pretty good.
That is a good show.
Sandman's great. I still haven't seen the latest episode, but like it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Sandman's not.
season 2 got approved.
Sandman's not being released episode by episode. The whole thing dropped, right?
So they dropped the first 10 episodes, and then like a week later they dropped an 11th episode.
Okay.
You're supposed to be rolling
Secret.
dice.
Roll your dice.
I'm done rolling dice. Now
What
I'm
did you
just gonna
roll?
Total it up. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Oh, this is actually perfect. Okay, so 11, 21, or 22, 33. That'll be 44 fire damage.
Okay. This is actually really important here. 44. So plus 44 equals. Okay, so this is important. He has 9 hit points left, but he hasn't taken the fire damage for picking up the flaming rock. What damage will that do?
I think general fire damage is like 2d6.
All right, fair enough. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna roll. If I roll a 9 or
Now-
higher, this guy's dead.
So hold on. Here's a question. Because the fire originated from one of my spells, does it gain the bonus from my
No.
fire affinity? Damn it. That would be plus 4 damage.
Worth a shot.
Worth a shot. Although, I am. I do want. Well, you roll your stuff because it might make this move.
I rolled a
Um,
7. The Cyclops has 2 hit points left. It is
Okay, well, 'cause
screaming. It is screaming out in pain and snarling and roaring, but it's still alive, barely.
So, so with that having been quickened, you can decide to retcon that if you want, since I'm saying it now instead of at the beginning.
Yeah, you no, too late now. Who's next?
Okay.
I want someone else to kill him. Urki. I suggest saving your one remaining orc.
And then just running away.
With at least healing him.
Oh yeah, I guess he got smacked again. All right, well I'm out of level 1. And hey, he's 13 hit points, and we still got the healing robot. So it's 13. So it's still 19. Still 19 points.
That's full health, so you're good. All right. That's your turn.
Why are we trying to save these guys? They're so shitty.
Next up is Sam, and Sam, you are in range to do fun stuff now.
Okay. Well, he has a whopping 2 health left.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Support that has like the death. They wanted a glorious death, but now they just got no glory.
Oh, and also when you did the damage sunset, the rock cracks in half from the heat. It doesn't explode or anything. It just like you know when you heat up stone, it cracks in half.
I was hoping it would explode and deal extra damage to him.
Nah. What you doing, Sam?
Well, I think I'm just going to. I mean, everything has a variability of passing a test, so I'm going to use my Ray of Sickness again.
All right. Okay, so doesn't matter. You use Ray of Sickness. Oh, you gotta roll the hit. You gotta roll the hit.
Yeah, he's got to roll the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 doesn't do it. I'm going to go again. That doesn't do it either. Jeez. And how about a 19?
19 does it.
All right.
And as you again spray a green cloud of sickness from your fingertips, it surrounds the Cyclops. He chokes, lifts his head up, a gurgling roar escapes his lips, and he falls over with a crash, dead. Congratulations, y'all.
Well done.
The orcs. Let's hope the orcs did not die in vain. And with that, we will call it quits for this evening. As always, what is the name of this episode?
Love Reunited.
Yes.
Love Reunited, and it feels so good. Reunited, and it feels so good. I was thinking Nizzard, but with Nizzard with a G.
No, we can't.
No.
We can't do that. No.
No, I didn't think about that hard enough.
We cannot do that.
I like the Marguerite angle. That's pretty good.
It's always good.
I mean,
All right.
everyone but Luke.
Reunited, and it feels so good. How about that?
I dig it.
Well, thank you very much, guys. If anyone's still watching, please like and subscribe. I think there's 4 people still watching on YouTube. Have a good night. We'll see you next week.
Later.
See y'all later.
Yep.
Bye.